Muchas says we're back from international break and we're back to our winning ways as Real Madrid defeat Celta Vigo 2-1. It was a stressful game overall for me, but there was a couple moments of brilliance today that ultimately lead us to victory. In this video, I'm going to be recapping the game a little, telling you some of the players that I thought were excellent today and some of the ones that disappointed me a lot. We're going to take a look at some of the heat maps and just, talk about the game altogether. I appreciate all of you watching these videos, subscribing and liking the videos helps me out a ton. Let's jump into it. So, coming into this game, couple things I was wondering, is Mbappe going to be back? Is Courtois going to be back? Who's going to be ready to go in this game? Well, this is the lineup we get to see. Moving over to SofaScore, you can see me, you can see the screen. This was the lineup that we rolled out here, and initially my thoughts were it's a 4-4-2, and I loved that Fran Garcia was going to be getting the start. And then we also got, it was a little weird to me, Tchouaméni and Camavinga linking up in the middle, and I was like, is this going to be like a double pivot with them? And how is that going to work? Rodrigo not getting the start, didn't love that. I do understand he just got back from Brazil, but I guess you could say the same thing about Federico Valverde, who just got back from Uruguay. Kind of a double standard, so I don't buy it from Carlo Ancelotti. But overall, I was happy, and I was very happy to see that Courtois was back in the starting lineup in this one. Just because, we've missed Courtois the past couple games. I thought Lunin was very good in the last couple. And really, he didn't have anything spectacular that he had to do. But overall, I thought that Lunin was good. But we'll talk about Courtois. We'll get to it. Thoughts, though. I want thoughts from everybody here. Real quick, guys. What are we thinking about the third kit? Do we like the third kit? Do we don't like the third kit? To me, it's okay. It's not my favorite. I preferred the black one from last year, but that's just my opinion. So it's all good. Now, taking a look here, this, again, I thought this was going to be a 4-4-2, but it was very fluid throughout this game. We rotated a lot. I don't really think that Jude's position was here ultimately in this game. I thought it was a little different. See, I wrote down, is this a 3-4-2-1? Maybe. Is it, what would it be, like a 5-3-2-1? I probably added too many there. It was weird. It was very fluid. There was a lot of times. I think the biggest thing taking a look at this, though, is Jude Bellingham's positioning. Let's take a look at his heat map. And look at this heat map. This is completely different than what we've seen from Jude so far this season. Every single time, and then going back to last year too, where is he lining up? He is lining up either on the left center mid or more central, right? If he was playing like that false 9, that 10 sort of role when we were doing the 4-4-2 diamond. Not today. Not today at all. He was on the right wing. As you can see here, he was a lot deeper and he was just everywhere today. This was not a great performance. Don't look at the SofaScore rating overall. I think that this was a very frustrating match for Jude overall today, just because there was a couple opportunities in this game that he had. Pass that he could have got from Vinny. He didn't get it. There was a run that he had a chance, and I knew the second he was taking the run that he was going to be shooting the ball, but it was a interesting decision for us today to actually line up Jude over there, so I thought that was interesting. Right in the beginning of the game, though, Celta Vigo, they had 2 wide open chances, and luckily Courtois actually saves one of them, so I was very happy about that. Just our midfield, though, in the front two were very fluid. We were constantly rotating around, and let's take a look over at Lineup Builder. And this is what I expected to be seeing in this game, 4-4-2. We got Fran Garcia on the left, which I loved. Love seeing that. Lucas Vasquez here. What ultimately happened, guys, is Bellingham swapped over here. Camavinga came here. You came up here. You came up here. Tchouaméni dropping deeper, making 3 center backs. And like I said, these 3 were just fluid. It would be this. It would be this. It was constantly moving. But I think overall today, it was more something like this. These front 3, Mbappe was dropping deeper. Vinny was over here. I think it's important, though. Let's take a look at the average positioning. We're back over on SofaScore. We don't care about Celta Vigo. I don't care about Celta Vigo. This was the average positioning for us for the starting 11. And as you can see, Vinny is over here, Mbappe is over here. And again, these 2 were just hugging the left. And I was very surprised to see is look how far to the right Bellingham is playing in this game. Again, I've never seen this before with him. I mean, if you guys remember anything, let me know in the comments below, but I don't remember him playing here. And honestly, I didn't love it. I think I prefer him linking up with Vinny. And again, because I feel like for him, he's just kind of overlapping and running down. and not really linking up with anybody here. I guess that's one of the things that I was disappointed in, is where's Rodrigo in this game? He doesn't get the start, like I said, but again, did not love Jude's position in this one overall. Now, a little later in the game, we have to talk about the Frenchman. I wore the hat for him specifically. Kylian Mbappe with a moment of brilliance today. Here's this heat map as well. But more than anything, the shot, the goal. What a lad. Mbappe gets the ball, top of the box, as you can see here, and he takes a look up at the goalkeeper, spots him, spots where he's going to shoot it, and just delivers a beautiful ball. It's a .04 XG, and this is just a beautiful shot from Mbappe. But again, the thing, I love the goal. Golazo, fantastic goal from Kylian Mbappe in this one. My biggest issue, though, is we continue to rely on individual brilliance. This has been the thing that's been happening for Real Madrid this entire season. I'm going big screen. I love getting these great goals. I do love it. And let me give Mbappe the rightful praise. This is a fantastic shot from Kylian Mbappe. And honestly, in this game, I thought he looked awesome. We're going to talk about him a little more. I thought his pace was fantastic. He was creating opportunities. He was running in, creating really good channels, and him and Vinny were linking up very well. And not only that, he was just such a constant threat for Celta Vigo, where they're constantly fouling him. There was a couple times where they're just hugging him, holding on, praying that he doesn't keep going. And again, for Kylian Mbappe to get that ball at the top of the box and just deliver, not any sort of ball. This is just a perfect ball, and this is the Kylian Mbappe that we've been waiting for so long. This was a fantastic shot from him. I thought we were going to be getting more from him today. Unfortunately, we only get the one goal, and actually he gets subbed out later in the game too, which I'll talk about that a little. But again, taking away the goal was fantastic, but it's again, this first half, we continue to struggle, it seems, to create actually good chances for us. Easy chances, right? This is a fantastic goal, but again, it's individual brilliance, and you cannot always rely on that every single game. And that's my biggest critique with this team, is that every single match, it seems that we have somebody who comes out and is just fantastic. Fede Valverde got the goal last time. Vinny got the goal before. Kylian in this one. And there's just constantly been goals like that. I just want us to be able to create opportunities where it's easy goals for us, because that is something that you can continue to keep going. You can't always rely on those individual brilliant goals. And unfortunately for Celta Vigo, it happened to them today, and we do get a fantastic goal. Again, shout out to Kylian Mbappe for that. Fantastic goal from him. But, a couple thoughts from me too. I really loved Fran Garcia in this one. Let's take a look at Fran Garcia's heat map. He's just everywhere. His passing, 35 of 37. I thought he was great. We even saw Fran at the number 9 at one point too, which I thought was very funny, honestly. But yeah, I thought today, 7.0 rating from SofaScore, I thought Fran was fantastic today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But him, Vinny, and Mbappe were linking up very well. He was a key, I thought, in the attack, creating opportunities for us. And really, we're so much more fluid when he's out there and so much more dynamic. And he wasn't just crossing balls into the box, but I really liked what I was seeing from Fran Garcia out there. And that's why I continue to be saying in all of these videos that he should be starting over Ferland Mendy. And while we're at it, let's talk about Ferland Mendy. This was an awful game from Ferland Mendy. I understand he comes in the 70th minute, but I noted down he was terrible. There was way too many times where, first of all, he doesn't help at all in the support and the runs. And second of all, his defense even today was bad. I cannot believe this 6.5 rating that they gave him, and then they gave Fran a 7. I don't understand the calculations that they're doing on this website. I don't see that at all. Sure, he was 14 to 14, but defensively, I thought he was pretty awful in the second half, in the last 25 minutes that he was in. But I digress. I thought, though, one of the things that was interesting in the first half of this game is Jude absolutely freaked out. And I understand why he was freaking out a little bit today, because he is constantly running box to box here. I really want to know how many kilometers or miles that he was running in this game, because he had to be running the most of everybody in this game. He continues to be able to run, and he's just not getting delivered these balls that he's really craving. He still has yet to score for Real Madrid this season, where last year he was just banging in goals every single week, getting assists all the time. I think this has to be one of the most frustrating seasons for him so far, and just it has to be incredibly frustrating because we continue to see him just be stressed out with all these chances that he's not getting at all. And so I'm hoping that he can get on the board here soon. I just don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we should be seeing him play deeper? Here, look at me. I don't know what we should be doing. Honestly, I would rather be seeing him be playing a little more forward and actually getting more help on the attack and stuff, because we've seen Jude help deliver these fantastic, headers, easy goals, tap-in goals from him. We're just not getting that this year at all. So I'm not sure what we should be doing, to be honest. But overall, I thought the pressing was really good today. I thought this is probably the best pressing that we've seen the entire year. I thought everybody was doing it. I even thought Kylian actually was doing a pretty good job with it as well. So I was very happy with that. Now, going into halftime, it was 1-0, 60% possession for Real Madrid. We had 7 shots and 2 on target, but the biggest stat I love, we had 1 golazo in this one. So very happy with that. Jude in the second half had a really good chance on a run. I mentioned it before, but I knew when he took the ball, he was going to be going the entire way. Again, he doesn't score in it, and I'm hoping he can get one. And maybe against Borussia Dortmund, against his old opponent, maybe we can see it. Or El Clasico. We already know that Jude owns Barcelona, so I wouldn't mind Jude getting his first one against Barcelona coming up next week as well. Can't wait to be talking about that one. Now, a couple things, guys. I think in this one, this is when we see why we miss Dani Carvajal so much. Lucas Vázquez comes in this game, getting the start. Coming into the preview, I mentioned it. I was like, he should be getting the start. 92% passing, sure. That's great. Just the goal that they get here, right here at the top of the box, Lucas Vázquez is just out of position. And this is defensively why I'm saying we are missing Carvajal a ton. Carvajal doesn't mess that up. I don't think so. Maybe not as bad as this. I think he's at least challenging this. This was Lucas Vázquez just being completely out of position. And Celta Vigo come down and they equalize with Swedberg, whatever. Really good opportunity for him and gets an easy goal. But again, I was just disappointed with Lucas Vázquez in this one. I thought attack he was fine, but defensively, I think he leaves a lot to be desired. And I think I was tweeting about it earlier too. I was like, is Trent Alexander-Arnold? I can't talk, guys. Is Trent Alexander-Arnold going to solve this problem? Defensively, no. I think he'd be in a better position, but let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of Lucas Vázquez's performance today? I didn't think it was good overall. I thought we had a really good, though, answer to this. Really good counterattack from Jude to Kylian Mbappe to Vinny, and we get the goal. However, it is ruled offsides. It's Kylian Mbappe. He's just too fast for himself, and he is just a little bit offsides. But a little later in the game, Rodrigo and Modric come on for Federico Valverde and Camavinga. So very happy, first of all, that Federico Valverde actually gets rest today. Not Jude. I don't want to see Jude anymore. Let's look at Fede. Fede was everywhere again. I didn't think this was the best performance from him overall today. I didn't think he did anything bad. 95% passing. They were just very fluid in the midfield, but it was very good to see him actually get some rest. He only played 63 minutes. It's been 90 minutes every single time for Real Madrid. This season, it seems I can remember one game where he got subbed off, and then he goes and plays for Uruguay, and he's 90 minutes there all the time. So really good to see him get some rest because, we have Borussia Dortmund coming up. We have a Clasico coming up as well. So we need Fede to be at his best for both of those games. And so Luka Modric comes on, and I was saying, I mentioned it before, and I know there's a lot of Arda Güler fans out there. I wanted Arda Güler to come on, and I knew that Luka Modric, unfortunately, I guess, would be coming on before Arda Güler. But I will say, we're going to talk about him. We got to talk about him right now. 39 years old. I cannot talk, guys, in this video. And what a player that Luka Modric is. In the 66th minute, it's a beautiful run from Vinny. And Modric, all the years that he's been playing this game, sees exactly what Vinny's doing and delivers him a beautiful ball. It's a beautiful, perfect through ball to Vinny. Vinny gets the ball and beats the keeper, and it's cool, calm, and collected from Vinny, and he takes a shot and he puts it into the back of the net for Real Madrid to go up 2-1 in the 66th minute. This is just fantastic, ageless, just perfection from Luka Modric and Vinny on this link up. And these are the sort of goals that we need to be seeing from these people because, again, this is not individual brilliance. This is a fantastic just link up play between two fantastic players. Luka Modric with a perfect through ball, and then Vinny, cool, calm, and collected. Beautiful run from him, knowing exactly what Modric was going to be doing in this and getting a perfect goal for us to go up. This is what we need a lot more because, again, we cannot continue to rely on individual brilliance in this one. So very happy to see that goal. overall in this one. Now, a couple things. We continue, I think, to struggle with some of the counterattacking that we're just giving up. There's too many times I feel like that our defensive line was way too high up. And luckily today, I thought Militao actually was performing pretty well. He did have a challenge in the box that I was a little nervous about. I was like, is he hurt again? I thought that he was very good in this one. I thought Tchouaméni was really good. I prefer him, guys, and let me know what you guys think. Is Tchouaméni a CDM moving forward, or is he a center back moving forward? I would love to hear from you. I think personally, to me, he's a center back moving forward. I mean, he's playing a lot deeper today. Like I said, let's go back to lineup. This is really where he was. And then later on in the game, he came up a little more, and we had like a midfield like this. I just think that overall, he's somebody that we need to be seeing more in the center back role. 96% passing. Now, granted, it's a lot of easy passes coming from the back. There was I did write down earlier though, that there was 2 passes that were just awful from him. But I guess if he only misplaced 3 passes altogether, I will let it slide. I thought Tchouaméni was really good today. And again, I see him as a center back moving forward. Rudiger over here. I didn't love this for Rudiger. I thought Rudiger was kind of out of position a lot of this game too. Fran Garcia, I loved him today. I thought he was great. Honestly, think he's fantastic in terms of attack. I think he's just perfect for it. Camavinga, I thought was very good today. I think Camavinga is probably one of the best players to come back for Real Madrid, and really somebody that we were missing so much when he was injured. Camavinga, he's just dynamic. Look where he's at on the left-hand side, and I'm not sure if this is going to be something we're seeing more. Are we going to be seeing Camavinga here more? And are we going to be seeing Jude more on the right-hand side? Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this formation or not? I think it's interesting. I thought Camavinga was great today. Very happy with his performance as well. I thought Fede was good. Again, Lucas Vazquez underperformed in my opinion as well. Now, I do have to talk about both Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. I think this was individually both of their best games today. By far. I thought Vinny was fantastic today, some of the runs he had. There was chances that he could be a lot better in this one, and I think that I do expect more from Vinny moving forward. But to get the goal today, I thought the chances he was creating and some of the attacks that he was doing, we're starting to see, especially coming back from international break, I thought it was really good for him to get that rest and get that recovery. Same thing goes with Kylian Mbappe. This was by far, maybe it was only 1 goal, and maybe he only played, what did he play, 82 minutes in this? This was the best Kylian Mbappe has looked in a Real Madrid kit by far, in my opinion. Now, again, it's not all about the stats, just the attack and the presence of him being on the pitch was just fantastic from him today. My only thing I have to complain about toward the end of the game, we bring on Ceballos for Mbappe, and that's fine, I guess. But my biggest thing, I continue to talk about it, the best defense is offense. Right at the end of the game, Celta Vigo have a couple really good chances. You can see it over here. They have a couple really good chances where they have some momentum. And if they would have equalized, this would have been a waste of a game. And again, the best defense is offense. Instead of bringing on, taking Mbappe off, I understand we bring Rodrigo on, and Rodrigo looks pretty good. He had a couple good chances in this one too. But let's bring on an Endrick if we're taking off Mbappe. Let's bring on an Arda Güler instead of a Ceballos, and let's really go out there and get the 3rd goal, get the 4th goal, and really, let's just wrap up this game. That's what we need to be doing moving forward. Because again, guys, if we need to be at the level that I think that we can ultimately achieve, we need to be attacking and scoring goals after game, continuing just to dominate these teams. I don't love a 2-1 win. I love 3 points. I do. It's going to help us, continue to climb that ladder and get back to the top of La Liga. But again, we need to be destroying these teams and not just closing it, nailing the coffin, and ending the game. And I don't know why Carlo Ancelotti refuses to do that right now. If I was coach, I'd be doing that for sure. So now, when it comes to my man of the match in this one, I thought it could be between either Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. For me, I will be going with Kylian Mbappe as my man of the match. I thought he was fantastic today. Like I said, the chances that he was creating, the attack, just the presence of him on the pitch, and also the golazo goal. Fantastic goal from Kylian Mbappe. And overall, it was a good game with some individual brilliance and some defensive lapses that I think that we can correct moving forward as well. So can't wait to be talking about the next one. We have Borussia Dortmund coming up on Tuesday in a midweek game. Champions League football, everybody. So if you guys made it to the end of the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. And really, guys, I appreciate you a ton. This has been Dally with Dallyfc. Cheers. Hala Madrid.